Yeah, good morning. It is Wednesday. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, getting ready to come in at 7 o'clock as we'll bring you the latest headlines. What's going on in the area? We've had vandalism already early this morning in Meridian. If you haven't seen the post on that, look at that. Downright mean. There's no other way to word it. Tear up something that's not yours just because you can. We've got a post about it. It involves a chicken basket. We'll give you the details on that coming up at 7 o'clock this morning. We do hope your day is going well as we get ready for a stormy afternoon. Expect severe weather somewhere between 4 and 10 p.m. We're at a level 2 for tonight. Now, they're not mentioning tornadoes or anything like that, but severe thunderstorms will also have anywhere from 60 to 70 mile an hour gust, damaging wind gust is what I'm talking about. And again, that will fall somewhere between 4 and 10 p.m. tonight. Details on that right around the corner as we wait for a high today. And get this you can't be careful enough. We're looking for a high today to be 96, but the heat index, 107. And that's enough to hurt someone. We urge you to take care of things if you got something to do this morning before 10 a.m. and then wait till after 7 before you go back outside to handle those necessities that you have to do. It's just too hot. Not worth getting exhausted, having a heat stroke. Not worth it at all. Now, I do think I've got to do an adjustment as we start the word of the day. We're going to fix that real quick here as we go out to Collinsville.
Hey, let me hit you with a quick reminder that our Vacation Bible School is happening right now at Collinsville First Baptist. It goes from... Listen to the strong wisdom from the Lord. Proverbs 11:14 says, "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety." Now, you and I, we have to make decisions all the time, but it's not wise to just depend on our own wisdom. We're prone to make mistakes. Where there's no guidance, a people falls. No, the wise person seeks counsel. In an abundance of counselors, there is safety. So when others counsel us, they see things we don't see. They give us thoughts we would have never come up with on our own. They provide experience that we haven't had yet. And for that reason, in an abundance of counselors, again, there is safety. And the bigger the decision, the more counsel we should seek. But we don't want just counsel, just any counsel, because not all counsel is good. No, we want wise counsel. So how do we help ensure that's what we're getting? Well, here are some helpful questions I found from an article called "What to Look For in Wise Counsel." Ask yourself these questions to help determine who you should seek counsel from. 1, do they know the Bible? 2, are they of strong godly character living out Scripture? 3, do they have a track record of making wise decisions? 4, do they help you orient your life around God's story? 5, are they willing to help you face and deal with sin and not excuse it? 6, do they remind you of God's gospel power for hope and change? I believe these are some good questions to help you determine whom to seek counsel from. Remember, in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. And Brother Ben, spreading the good word there. I hope everybody is feeling good, and as we embark on a new day, a few things that are going on nationwide, we're going to get into this. How do you feel? I see Don is already up from Indiantown, Florida. Charlotte joins us from Philadelphia. So welcome to have you there. Patricia Keaton is on board with us. Also, Teresa, I see Dot. Many of you, welcome to the show. We'll go over our headlines now as we look to Las Vegas. A suspect that was accused of shooting and killing 5 people. Las Vegas has been found with a gunshot wound. Suicide is what he did to get out of it. Cowardly act. He has been found. We see that, and I loved all this. I think we've all watched Eddie Murphy in some type movie over the last few years, from his comedy to his movies. But he says his favorite, and I'm sure that you're going to guess this, would be Beverly Hills Cop. Axel Foley, I think, was the name that he went by. Now, that was a good movie, that little series. And we think a new one's coming out. Judge Reinhardt, I think, will also be a part of that. We look forward to seeing the new one. It's always fun there. Texas tonight, getting ready to execute someone who murdered someone in 2001. So it's been 23 years that he's been waiting. Tonight, he should meet the good Lord. We'll keep you posted as how that develops. I think there could be another one nationwide, possibly planned for later this week. He killed a young lady, by the way. How do you do this? As I look at headlines of what go on, a guy flew from New York, New Jersey to Jacksonville, Florida. Now, and I don't do it, so I don't understand how it works. I guess there's online gaming that you can play. Yeah. He got upset that he lost to someone, boarded a plane, brought him a hammer after he landed, went after him. He's in the jailhouse now, as Jimmy Rogers saying. Really? That's what you really call a sore loser.
You got that?
People. Now, we should have thought of this, Odie. This is those money-making schemes. You see it and you go, I could have thought of that. You remember having a small child.
Exactly.
I think every one of us have. You've been out and you go to that diaper bag and, whoa, there's not one. A mom has invented you buy one out of a vending machine. Kind of makes sense. You only need one, and she has done that. We wish her luck on her adventure. That's a pretty good one there. Now, will she end up on Shark Tank? I don't know. Those people are vicious. If you ain't sold $10 million worth, they don't want you. Well, I don't need you then.
Yeah, I'm on my own now.
But a pretty smart business idea, kind of like going back to the ATM machine.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that? I think Doug Stone sang that song many, many moons ago. We'll save that story there. Let's see here. Our first squad member is gone, out of there. Jamal Bowman has been defeated. Now, he was defeated by another Democrat, but defeated yet the same. If you will remember, this is the guy that didn't want to vote and went and pulled the fire alarm in Congress. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And claimed, and it was all on video. He's out. And again, he was against Israel 125%. America has spoken. He is gone. The more I read those stories, the more it bothers me there. A Pennsylvania woman, this is tragedy. Y'all watch this Vacations. I've seen some pictures to where no one was hurt, but selfies are a big thing. This was not that. She just accidentally fell. She was swept over a waterfall. Once she fell, she was trapped and pinned underwater. She drowned. Be careful where you go and where you step. Vacations are here, and it can be deadly. We don't want anything to happen to you. Let's see here. Wildfires. Oregon is bad. We've had 1,700 acres burned across Oregon. They are evacuating areas there to get people to safety. We hope everyone is okay on that. Now, this is bad. I don't know if Odie's friends with him or not and gets Christmas cards, but the entire chapter was arrested. When I say chapter, I'm talking about the Hells Angels. They're being accused of kidnapping and assault probe and lots of other nice things there that the Hells Angels done, and then a spinoff group that answered to them. They all went to jail together.
Oof.
Let's not make those people mad.
Yeah.
What Sons of Anarchy? I've yet to watch that. I keep hearing that it is one of the most addictive shows that you will ever watch that deals with the motorcycle gang thing. Originally, years ago, up until the last, say, 10 or 12, when you thought of the word gang, you probably did think of the Hells Angels. Now I think the word gang has a whole new meaning. That's a motorcycle gang now. It's two different entities. Small thoughts there. He got fired for yelling at somebody. And I always have trouble saying her name. Lauren Boebert,
That's what I go.
GOP. She has won re-election. There was some talk that she may not, but she did. She won re-election. Congratulations to her as well. This is coming up. November is going to be here. Tomorrow night, get ready for your popcorn as the challenge is on, as we'll be watching a debate. And again, I hate to say I'm going to watch CNN, but I'm going to have to. I've got to see what happens.
It's on other networks as well.
Oh, it is on other networks?
It's hosted by CNN.
It's hosted by CNN, but on all networks?
I know CBS is carrying it.
CBS? Okay, I didn't know. I thought it was a CNN exclusive. Huh, interesting. I'll leave you with this one here. Treasury Secretary, her name is Janet Yellen, Yellen. She was asked during an interview about groceries, of shopping. She said she shopped every day, and she doesn't feel that grocery prices have really gone up that much. Her net worth, $20 million. we'll leave it at that. We'll be back with your forecast. And these are the people that run our nation. We'll be right back. More on the way as we begin this day together.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
We welcome James from APAC watching from Meridian, Mississippi. We appreciate y'all. It'll be hot with what y'all do for a living. Also, Ann says that Fox is covering the debate. So it will be several eyes upon this. It will be, as Odie is saying, the host of the people that get there and get to talk. Okay. I'm better on that. So we'll be able to watch and see what happens there.
They weren't going to give it 3 people anyway.
That's true. Odie gets me stirred. Let's go to our record highs and record lows. It was 1914, 102 today. Our record low was set back in 1984. They wrote a book about that year, and it was 56 for our low. Now, as we look at the outlook for today, 96 for Meridian, we'll see showers. We're going to talk about that just in a second. We'll see 97 in Columbus. Philadelphia, y'all should be somewhere around 95 today, and that way up around Mississippi State over around the river will fall from 96 all the way down to 93 once you make it to Natchez and Port. Whew. As we go east into Bama, we're looking at somewhere around 95 to 96 there in Demopolis, and 98-ish between 98 to Birmingham and back to Tuscaloosa in that area. Hot is what we mean by that. Now, let's go here, and then we'll look at the graphs from what the National Weather Service tells us. As we go to our radar this morning, as we pull up Honda Meridian radar, we show this is the level 2 storm. This will fall this afternoon between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. Could be serious, and let's look at these lines of what we've got. Utah, Alabama, Demopolis, are y'all watching? This is going to take in York and these areas, and then we go south into Bama here. Butler, Pennington, Lisbon, Alabama, y'all are under this. Down to Waynesboro as a level 2, taking in all of Clark, Jasper County, Ellisville, y'all are included in this as well, even over to Collins, Smith County, Newton County, Philadelphia, all the way up here to our friends in Starkville. All this area here, level 2 for tonight. Now, again, we've got level 1s from Selma to Montgomery, and then from Vicksburg, south of I-20 there, Monroe, Ruston, those areas will be a level 1. But we're looking at that level 2. Now, again, no tornadoes are expected, but we are expecting severe weather, severe thunderstorms. It'll bring some heavy, heavy rain and wind gusts anywhere between 60 to 70 miles an hour. And hail will be included in these storms. Now, we'll be here behind the scenes to monitor these storms. When it is bad, we'll go live to tell you where it is in relation to where you live and follow these storms and track them. We don't want you injured in any shape, form, or way, so we'll stay on top of it to give you the absolute latest when it comes to weather. As we continue to forecast it again, this is, let me look at, we'll do this of what the National Weather Service, as they put up their timeline of this. Here it is, that 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. taking in most of East Mississippi, the extreme northern portion of Mississippi. The Mississippi Delta areas will be from noon until 5, and then we'll have it from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m. tonight, and then making its way into Bama. Now, Bama may update theirs. Let me show you what they're putting on this, because if we're projecting 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., they're going to update this. Originally, they put this as 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. I do expect an update on that in a little bit there. Heat. Let's talk about that in a second. It's just as dangerous as any storm that's out there. And this is that storm that you don't see coming. It can happen just like that as we pull this up for heat stress. Now, we are predicted in the East Mississippi area. Look at this right here. This is Meridian, all of Newton County, back over into Scott County and South Clark, these areas around Jasper, 110. We are projecting 107 for the Meridian area, Lauderdale County, Newton County. As you get into Philadelphia and Kemper County, we should see 105 today. Is that not hot? It is to me. We want you to be safe, stay hydrated, avoid those outdoor activities again from 10 until 6 p.m. Don't go out and do those if you don't have to. Work between early daylight till 10 p.m. and then 10 a.m. and then go back out after 7, after that sun is going down. you'll be able to do so much more. Y'all know how this works. You're doing something, and before you know it, you're just exhausted. You got to sit down, and you could have a heat stroke. We don't want that at all. Here's what's projected through Saturday through Monday. Look at this, the weekend. I had a call about this a little bit ago. Hey, I'm thinking about going to the Neshoba County Fair, staying in my cabin. Is it going to be cool? No. Bring along 3 air conditioners. It's going to be horrible there with the red dirt. It's going to be hot. Y'all see that as we see 110 expected there all the way through Monday over the weekend. So if you've got an outside event going on, it's going to be bad. AC and air conditioning if you can. All right, as we look at this, and it's no better as we glance across this, above average temperatures for the next 10 days. Look at this, Mississippi Meridian area right in the center of this attention. I don't even see anything blue back to our west to give us a break on this as we look at our 7-day forecast. Here we are, 96 as we come across today, 71. 70% chance is what our radar system is giving it. The National Weather Service at 60. We give it an extra 10% this morning. Tomorrow, we'll see, again, 60% chance of continued thunderstorms. But cooler tomorrow. Look at this, that little break there, 90. It's bad when you have to say that's cool, isn't it? 72 for our low as we get into Friday, 93, 97 of the weekend as temperatures shoot back up to 99 on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 98. Slight chances of rain on those days, but boy, it's going to be miserable. No other way to put this. Watch your small children, too. And we know how kids love to play in the summertime outside. Do not let them get overheated. Keep them cool. As we look for another week into this, these temperatures aren't changing. We're bordering right at 100 as we go through this. Now, July 4th, it's been back and forth. It's back up to a 40, we'll put it in the 45% chance of rain there, occurring there. Late afternoon thunderstorm is what we're guessing at this point, but hot, right at 100 degrees on that. It doesn't change all the way through the 10th. It's going to stay steady and, well, hot. Kind of miserable, isn't it? As we look at what the fishing forecast, Chet's already out on the water this morning. Talked to him bright and early from a boat. Sent me a picture there. We shared it there for you out at Oak Tibby. Major time to fish was early this morning, going through, we got about 12 minutes left on this, through 7 a.m. Your next time is going to be this afternoon, 5 o'clock, as the sun's going down. 5 to 7 should be pretty good fishing. The west wind's going to be 5 to 10 this morning, probably your better time with those thunderstorms rolling in late this afternoon. So if you got to fish, do it early, even if you have to go past that 7 a.m. thing. Now, what is happening in the Gulf? We're watching 2 systems as we look at this, as we pull this up from the National Hurricane Center. This first storm will not affect the U.S. This is going to go right on into Mexico. We're watching this develop off the coast of Africa. 30% chance that this could become something. Where will it go after it gets on out here? We're not sure. We're watching it. This is a forecast over the next 7 days of what it could do, but a 30% chance of it developing. Again, we'll watch this as it becomes and see if it becomes a threat to any of us. Let's go back and take a look at radar this morning. I want to show you just how rough this stuff is. And let me turn off the severe storm so we can see this. All right, this is heat. Let's go back and pull up here Honda Meridian radar there. Look at that. Right here, Meridian. Now, this is, I guess you call this an orange color. That is a heat advisory through 8 p.m. this afternoon. That cuts off right here, takes in Newton all the way back into Scott County. Just because Kemper and Neshoba County and Leake aren't under one of these, Winston County, you too, doesn't mean that it's not going to be hot. Just the heat advisories are to your west of Kosciuszko and then down to the rest of the state of Mississippi. Look at this. This goes through Mobile, Pensacola, all the way over to Valdosta, Georgia. Whoo! We see that Alexander, Louisiana, Shreveport, all the way back over to San Antone is in this heat. It's hot. It's hot. Even up here, it's even worse. Look at this up here around Wichita Falls. I've been there before. They have excessive heat warning as we look to our west there, and a lot going on here. We have to go northward out of the state and get up here around Jackson, Tennessee to pick up any showers. If you're going to be traveling north of Highway 45 and you fall off into Tennessee, you're going to get into these thunderstorms this morning. Springfield, look at this. It's getting some showers this morning. Also, as we go into Missouri, those areas there, Joplin, a name that we can't forget. So we'll watch the thunderstorm activities. Again, this is going to be late for us. Let's turn this on and watch what these storms are doing here. As you see, this is moving due south. It's going to make its way toward our area later this afternoon and should arrive by 4 o'clock. That's a take on what we've got. Now, we're going to be back, and I want you to know that we'll be here throughout the day watching this. Oh, yeah, we'll be watching the crime, too, and anything else that happens. But we'll be here when it becomes a threat. We'll be here just for you. Jeff Lewis, good morning. Good to see you there. Miss Janice Bounds, Beth Vick, Carl is up, Billy, Miss Teresa, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for inviting us into your homes every single day. We can't say thank you enough, and we're going to be back in, Odie tells me 5 minutes here as he's writing some notes down there. We're going to do that. We'll see you in just a moment as we'll continue the Scotty Ray Report with Scotty Ray and Odie at the top of the hour.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.